Hi, it's Amelia, and this week I'm here to rant about something that's been on my mind a lot the past year, which is varsity sports, specifically tennis, which is what I play. I've been playing sports for pretty much my entire life, but it wasn't until I was maybe like 9 when I had to commit to a sport. I had been swimming and playing tennis with my dad, insert video here, it's really cute, for a pretty long time. Like, I was a strong swimmer and I was decent at tennis, but I needed to choose a team to be on, and I ended up choosing tennis. One, because I did not want to have to deal with periods plus swimming. That was before I knew how to put a tampon in, and little Amelia did not want to have to deal with that. Two, one time I actually went to like a swim practice for my school, and we had to do lunges around the pool, and my knees literally started bleeding because they made us like touch the ground with our knees when we did lunges. It was not fun, and I had a tennis match after that. No bueno, that kind of turned me off of swimming. And three, I just don't really like competition like that. Like, swimming to me can get so competitive. It's literally you against like everyone else and you're just racing. Whereas tennis is a pretty social sport in my opinion. Like, I've made so many friends from like talking while playing, and luckily once I started joining a team for tennis, it was incredible. It was so much fun, and I met so many amazing people that I'm still friends with today, and we just had so much fun playing on a team. I started playing tennis for my school in 7th grade, which is when the intermediate season starts. Like, 7th grade is the youngest you can be. From what I remember, it was pretty good. Because I knew how to play tennis pretty well, it was fun because I could actually like win matches and stuff. And then 9th grade rolled around and I had to start doing varsity tennis. That year I did 4 different scoring systems. Like, I played on 4 different teams. There was varsity tennis, intermediate tennis, 18-4-0 tennis, and then 14-3-5 tennis, and I was playing on all 4 of those teams. My first year of varsity tennis was pretty rough for me though, because it happened at a time where my dad was going through cancer. My dad was always my #1 tennis supporter, and so I put so much pressure on myself to try to win every single match. To summarize that season, I cried a lot. I still remember the one match that my dad was able to come to. It was against like the #1 school. I played as hard as I could, but I ended up losing, and I cried so much on the way home. My dad was like so confused because he thought that I played incredible because he hadn't seen me play in forever, but I just felt like a disappointment because I didn't win. When in reality, it's not about winning, it's about how hard you try and how much you want to improve and how much you want it, and also how nice you are on the court. I've played some really mean people. I still remember my coach dropping off our medal early to my house because we weren't sure how long my dad would be alive, and so I got to show him my medal before he passed. I still have it here. Oh, it is very rusty now. It's so tiny, but it means so much to me. My team put in so much work to get this. In 10th grade, I also had an absolute mental breakdown on my way home from a tennis match. I must have like lost badly or something, and I remember just bawling in my mom's car, and I said some things that were so dark that my mom immediately sent me to therapy after that car ride. 11th grade was rough again, yet again, many tears, but this time it wasn't about like family circumstances. I was just so stressed out. 11th grade was when I started doing the DP program, which is like a really hard educational program, part of the International Baccalaureate, if you ever heard of IB. And then I was also the tech director for the spring play. Coincidentally, the spring play happened at the exact time as my season. Opening night for the spring play was literally the night of my first match. I would spend most of my school days leaving school early, which meant missing out on classes, which meant missing out on material, stressing me out further, and driving all the way to the other side of the island to go play my match. And then once that was done, I would immediately run off to try to get back to the other side of the island, back to my school, before the play started so that I could like set up my computer and stuff. It was so stressful, just like running back and forth every day, just on these long drives, waiting to just do my thing and get it done with, and it was a lot. So that was 11th grade, and now I'm in 12th grade. I'm a senior, and I'm in a tough position because I don't know if I should do tennis again or not. The concept of not playing tennis for my school is so foreign to me. I've literally been playing for my school since 7th grade, and I'm even like known as the tennis girl by people at school. Teachers will be like, "Oh yeah, have you gone to tennis practice? Oh yeah, how's the team doing?" I don't know. Isn't it funny how people start to get these associations? Like, someone will act in the school play every year and they'll be known as like the theater kid. It's like what you participate in becomes your personality, and I'm not sure if I like that. It's a little bit strange. I definitely want to help out with the spring play again. Like, that was such a fun experience. And I just don't know if doing the spring play and tennis again this year will stress me out to like a mentally unhealthy point. The season doesn't even start until winter, but the thought of tennis has just been like at the forefront of my mind constantly. Being on a varsity team is almost like a form of validation. I am good at something that doesn't involve studying and being antisocial. I had almost completely made up my mind that I wasn't going to do tennis next year until my last assembly of junior year when they had all the seniors who played sports stand up, and I just couldn't imagine not being one of those kids. In conclusion, I still have no idea if I'm going to do tennis this year or not. I haven't played tennis in like 3 months, which is the longest I have ever gone without going to practice. I have been continuously going to practice every week since I was 9 years old. When it comes down to it, all I want is just have an amazing senior year. There's so much more I could say about school sports in general, judging people in PE, but I'm gonna leave it at that for this week. Thanks for watching. Go check out the YouTube channel Barely Productive. I make weekly vlogs about school and my friends, and I will see you next week. Bye.